Hello. It's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard. Sock Marionette, bargain counter argument, getting ready to start midweek motivation. Abby Jean, hi. I don't have a beverage at the moment, Abby Jean. I'm going to get it during the first sprint. What are you up to? Anna. It's Anna or Anna? I'm confused. I have no motivation, says Anna. For nothing at all? Like you don't want to take a nap or, anything? Nothing? Do you want to be motivated or do you want to just roll with it? Either way is short for Elena. Well, that doesn't help. Elena. Nicole, I'm having a really bad day. Oh no. And Erica Wallace is joining us. Hello and good afternoon. Hi. Okay, well, Nicole says, got bad news about work. They are working us to the bone for summer school, and it's super sucky. Yeah, what's that about? Abby Jean, oh no, we need an injection of cheer for Anna and Nicole. Yes, we do. Anna says, Anna, I have a maintenance guy coming to fix the floor in my kitchen tomorrow, so I need to clean, but I am in a lot of pain, so I am procrastinating. Well, this is when you have your nibblings over and just send them to work. They can be your little minions for the afternoon. Hi, Paige. How's it going? Yeah, I'm sorry that some of you are having a rough day. Again, you can harness your nibblings and make them do the work for you. Or, just like when the repair guy comes in the morning or tomorrow, just like hobble to the door, like leaning heavily on a cane and just be like, yeah. Or better yet, instead of a cane, a broom, like you're using the broom as a cane. And then he knows exactly what your deal is. And he's like, he's used to it. He's like, no problem. Okay. And Paige is sending positive thoughts and good vibes to you, Anna and Nicole. Anna and Nicole. And it goes on to say, so I don't know if you noticed any of my book videos, but one of my shelves was catty corner in my room, and my cat decided to be a klutz and fell behind it. So I had to pull off all the books. Oh no, rescue mission for her to escape. And that happened at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh man, that blows. No wonder you're out of sorts and in pain because you had to like conduct this rescue mission with books and whatnot. Well, I wish I had something amusing to tell you about what my neighbors are up to, but those slackers are not doing anything. There was a guy walking a dog earlier. I am like really, really overlit right now. Okay. Okay, hopefully I'm still visible. It's not too dark, is it? I hope not. I just was like, I could see that I looked like my own skeleton. Put crossbones in front of me and put me on a black background and I would be a Jolly Roger. That looks better, Sock. Okay. Yes, thank you. Yes, I mean, I know I am a very pale individual, but I don't need to prove anything. Okay, so I know earlier we had a newer person checking in, Erica. I don't know if she decided to stick around or not. I hope so. But I am going to go ahead and remind people of what we are doing here today. We're going to be doing sprints, which people can use for reading, productivity, napping, staring at the ceiling, picking paint off the wall, whatever you want. It's up to you. We usually start with 10 minutes, and we do that because I tend to get wrapped up in a task like cleaning the bathroom, and I go long past reason on that. So I like to have just like 10 minutes to do something unpleasant, like cleaning the bathroom. Nicole calls it 10 minutes of yuck, which, yes. And that way I won't overdo it. And then we can do some fun stuff. Today I'm adding more books to Goodreads. So I think I want to just dive into 10 minutes of yuck and just get that nonsense over with. So unless there's any objection. And the radio station today is the River 105.9, serving Hartford, Springfield, and other towns and settlements along the Connecticut River. Oh, Nicole says she needs 10 minutes of anxiety management. Okay, well, let's just give it, breathe in, breathe out, and just, Nicole is expressly forbidden from doing anything other than managing anxiety for the next 10 minutes. Paige says, no objection here, get the yuck done with. Ana says, let's do this. And Nicole says, maybe it's time for tea. Yes, maybe that's what you can do with your 10 minutes is you can brew yourself the perfect cup of tea and not do anything else. Just be like really mindful and enjoy the process and watch your hands like moving around the kitchen and watch everything your hands do. It'll be awesome. Okay, so here is the link for the River 105.9. I probably won't be listening to it because I'm going to be in the bathroom with my head stuck in places where I can't hear the radio, like underneath the kitchen, underneath the cabinet and so on. And I want to grab myself a beverage too. So who knows how much I will actually get done. So let's see. It is now, according to it is 2:07. So we're going to go to 2:17 Eastern. Abby Jean's also going to be making tea. So Nicole, okay, if you make tea, share your flavors. Yes, that would be lovely. And you can make tea together. Okay, so I'm gonna put in the radio station, and I think by now, yeah, we're gonna go until 2:18. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes. Come back, come back, come back. Abby Jean has Egyptian Licorice Tea by Yogi. I hope Nicole used this time for some full throttle hardcore relaxation. I was cleaning the bathroom and getting my beverage, which is delightful Diet Sam's Cola from Walmart. And it's with ice, and somewhere in there is a lemon wedge, because I was feeling somewhat fancy. Better than the live stream on Monday when I just drank it straight from the can, like I just didn't care. This time I have my act together a little bit better, and it's classy. Oh, and is also on the tea bandwagon. She's having a cup of English breakfast tea with a splash of cream and honey. Were you the one who was saying you weren't sure about English breakfast, or was that somebody else who was not sure what they wanted to do with that? And Paige just made herself a cup of chamomile tea. Very soothing, very soothing. Well, my bedroom smells like vanilla sandalwood. The rest of the house smells like fish because that's what we had for lunch. It was very good. But it does smell like fish, but in a good way. Oh, Anus says that was her, and this is her first try of it. Nice. Yeah, my mom did like this haddock potato leek thing that was really good, and we slather it with butter. It's quite good, and it still smells pretty good. When I say the house smells like fish, it's an observation, not a complaint. So we also had fish with breakfast. Ooh, we had some smoked salmon with breakfast. So we're up on our fish today. Which I guess because it's Ash Wednesday, I guess that's appropriate, or it would be if we were like even remotely Catholic, which we're not. All right, Nicole started something good, says Abby Jean. Well, hopefully she can come back to us and tell us what she got for herself. Hopefully she's having relaxing time with it. Yeah, so I don't have any hauls today. I did get a stuffed dinosaur in the mail, if you guys want to see that, but other than that, nothing particular. Anna says, I wish I could have stopped by. My only sibling that likes fish is my older brother, Stephen, and I never get to have dinner with him, so I never have seafood. Oh, that blows. That's no fun. Yeah. It was good. We slathered it with butter and everything. It was awesome. Ooh, dinosaurs. Oh, actually, for those of you who are afraid of dinosaurs, look away. This is actually an ornament that I put on the spring tree, and that is a dinosaur ornament. Rawr, 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 rawr. That was the spring tree dinosaur. And I will go get the new dinosaur that came in the mail. Paige says, that is a cute dino, isn't it though? And we're all terrified of cute dinos. Speaking of cute dinos, I have a bunch of these dinosaurs. Well, actually, I think this is a creature that predated the dinosaurs by tens of millions of years, but you know, it's kind of dinosaur looking. I've got a big head and little arms. I can't scratch my own chin. And this is like a velveteen kind of a material. It's from the Manhattan Toy Company. And I've had Delphine for quite some time. And I have a couple of others from the same line. And those little dinosaurs, the other day I saw them on my computer and I didn't think anything of it because they do enjoy their fan fiction. But then today they were like, there's a package coming in the mail and it's for us. And I was like, oh, okay. They ordered themselves a friend. This is another bouncy velveteen dinosaur, little triceratops with the, only it's heavier than the others because this one actually has, I don't know if you can hear that, but it has beanbag feet. So cute, says Abby Jean. Yes, yes. We got to name this one. This one is called Delphine. All the others that are this kind of velveteen Manhattan Toy Company dinosaurs have French names. There's Pierre, Jacques, Delphine, and Madeleine. So she needs a French name. Very adorable, says Paige. I think so. And apparently so did those dinosaurs, and they wanted a new friend. I should stop leaving my my computer unattended. Ina says, you got Chomper and Sarah, and now you need Ducky, Petrie, Spike, and Littlefoot. Well, actually, this one came with a tag explaining that their name is Spike, but I already have a penguin named Spike, so that's not going to do. I have all kinds of stegosauri and what do you call them? Mm-hmm. Oh, there's another one on the tree. This one's on the spring tree because she came in a little blue zip up egg, and you unzip the egg and there she was. And she was, my mother picked her up at an Easter sale many, many years ago. And so she's been sitting on the spring tree because she's springy. Nicole says, I'm back. Made black currant tea and hugged my kids for a while. They're all home. Snow day. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully that was anxiety relieving. We were just talking about this cute little dinosaur that came in today's mail mysteriously. Says something. How can I be so you but so old? Ah, says Nicole, very cute. You have some guitars after that, Anna. Is that like a quote from a song? Are you like wondering how somebody my age could be so childish or childlike? Yes, so dinos. We got the dinos. Young but so old. She's laughing. She's not going to clarify. Her words speak for themselves. Well, my mother was just observing today, and I thought of this the other day, is that my her father was my age when he died. So, you know. Oh, they are violins. I was playing myself a pity score. Oh no. Well, you know, some days are like that. You're just like, you're feeling every minute of it. So anyway, that's the big excitement in my life. Let's see what we got here. Abby Jean says, how did you like my Vampire Plus One? You've inspired me to give Jenna Levine another chance. I liked it okay. I think I preferred my roommate as a vampire, but I still liked it. Oh my gosh. I got the itchy nose again. So it's just going to get progressively redder as the day goes on. I liked it okay. Like I said, I liked my Vampire Plus One better. But if you found that was not to your liking, you probably wouldn't like this one either. So. Okay, so today, good to know, says Abby Jean. Yeah, don't waste your time. I mean, I would say if you had absolutely nothing else to read, but I think we both know that's not true. Uh, if you're in a bus station waiting room for like 12 hours and the only books available are that and um, Complete Idiot's Guide to Bird Watching. Well, depending on how you feel about bird watching. In 12 hours, you probably have time to read both. Anyway, so today I have yet more books to enter into Goodreads. I haven't even gotten to the category romances yet. That's a thing. I am hoping to finish today, but at the rate of one per minute, I'm not sure. I don't have too many left to go, but anyway, so do we want to have some more general chat, or should we just dive into the 30-minute sprint? Paige says, I was watching the playback of your paranormal live stream and I'm bummed I missed it. Paranormal romance was my entry into the romance world. Ooh, do you have Rex? Bring us the Rex, please. It's not too late to bring Rex. Never too late to bring Rex. Ina says, I still have to finish my historical romances. I gave up when trying to track them. Melted my brain. Yes. Yes, Nicole says, Rex. Yes, drop your Rex. Please, says Abby Jean. Abby Jean especially saved my bacon on the paranormal romance because she had a lot of helpful insights. I mean, everybody had interesting questions. It was pretty lively. I was loving it. Well, if Paige has some Rex she wants to drop, Nicole is like, she gave a smiley emoticon and says, Abby Jean is amazing. Love her to pieces. Who among us does not? Abby Jean's pretty cool. Abby Jean says, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Abby Jean, for making us laugh about love again. What was that? That was a tagline to something, and it's been bugging me for a while. I got to look this up. Okay, it was thank you, Neil Simon, for making us laugh about love again. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. It's for The Goodbye Girl. There's a tagline for The Goodbye Girl by him. Anna says, I have a Shifter Store series by Christina Dodd. I'm sure it's not Christine Feehan. She's got a lot of series, and some of them are shifters, but I think Christina Dodd, yeah. I think I have some books from a Christina Dodd shifter series as well. I read them all years ago, cannot remember what they are about, but I do remember adoring them. And she says she'll have to go check in a bit. Okay, well, do we want to do 30 minutes or yeah, what's up? You're going to go on another field trip to the Heartfelt Hallway. Oh boy. 30 minutes is good, says Paige. Oh, Paige has got, it says Abby Jean. Paige says, it was during the early 2000s and 2010s when paranormal was big because of Twilight. J.R. Ward's Black Dagger Brotherhood series, Gina Showalter's Lords of the Underworld. I've read one book from the Black Dagger Brotherhood. It was like one that just came out a few months ago. It was like an trauma recovery kind of deal, which is so my jam. So I decided to go ahead and read it, even though I hadn't read the other books. Even though I hadn't. And I liked it. And there's something about J.R.R. Ward's writing that made me very curious. So I actually have the first Black Dagger Brotherhood novel out from the library, and I'm going to read it as part of my Dive In or Drop Out series, where I read the first book of a series and decide whether or not I want to pursue that series further or just let it go. Abby Jean says, that was a special time indeed, Paige. Paige says, the earlier books in the series are the best. Well, I did enjoy Bloom in Winter, which is the one that I read that was just like the one that just came out a few months ago. I enjoyed it. So, yeah. Dive in or drop out. I've been working on Christine Feehan for that one. I just finished Shadow Game, the first of the Ghostwalkers novels by her, just about 20 minutes before the stream started. Nicole says, I am so loving your dive in or drop out idea, Sock. Your perspective is always enriching. Well, I hope so. Ana says, I will try to finish Reckless today to get it over with. I need to stop putting it off. This was the Reckless that's not the one by Elsie Silver, right? Because I was thinking it was the one by Elsie Silver, and you're like, no, no, Sock, it is not. And I was like, I understand, my queen. Okay, so are we ready for 30 minutes and a field trip to the Heartfelt Hallway? Yes, LOL. Hannah Howell. Was she writing as Hannah Howell, or was this one of the ones she wrote as Anna Jennett? 30 minutes sounds good, says Nicole. Well, we're going to make it happen. If I can remember how to work the timer. Okay. And Nicole says, oh, awesome. Paige says she's going to be working on her paranormal list for you all. Nicole says, I'm going to escape into reading and annotating, I think. Awesome. Anna says, we're going on a trip to our favorite rocket ship. That's what it comes to mind. Anna Jeanette. Yes, Paige, looking forward to it. Okay, here is the link once more to the River 105.9, which I will be listening to this time. And I will see you in 30 minutes. Whoops. Okay, we're coming back from the sprint, the 30-minute sprint. We're back from the 30-minute sprint. Just as Queen was really, really rocking out in Bohemian Rhapsody. Comments. Oh, so many comments. All the comments. Okay. Wow, Paige really came through for us. Okay, says Paige, these were some of my favorite series / authors during that time. Riley Jensen's series by Carrie Arthur, Night Huntress series by Janine Frost, Midnight Breed series by Laura Adrian, The Otherworld series by Kelly Armstrong, Immortals After Dark by Cressley Cole, Mercy Thompson series by Patricia Briggs, Love at Stake series by Carolyn Sparks, The Otherworld series by Yasmin Galenorn, and the Dark Hunter series by Sherilyn Kenyon. And Paige continues, my current go-to authors are Suzanne Wright, T.S. Joyce, Lumberjack Werebears. Sure, you bet, why not? And if you like more on the little plot but lots of spice, there's Lorianne Donner. Paige says, I literally read anything as long as it sounds interesting / fun to me. Yeah, I can dig it. Abby Jean says, Paige, you're the woman. I am so excited to check these out. I haven't heard of most of them and I'm always on the hunt. Thank you. Abby Jean adds, on that, I was just thinking earlier that I love that I read from most subgenres. I find it so fun. Of course, no shade to people who stay in one or two. You know what you like, and that's great. And Paige says, I hope you find a few you like, Abby Jean. This was when a lot were being traditionally published, so you should be able to find a lot of them at used bookstores. You might even find them at your library. That was me adding that. Abby Jean says, excellent. Paige adds, and they are definitely products of their time, so know that going in. Yes, that's the Christine Vian that I'm kind of pursuing at the moment. Still good, but there may be some things that didn't age so well, says Paige. Yes. And Abby Jean says, yeah, I get that. I'm much less grumpy now than I used to be. Long story, basically, my IUD made me a wreck of a human. All good now, though. And it shows in my ratings and DNFs. My IUD just made me have my period all the time. It was not great. And it kept getting dislodged. I sneezed real hard and it moved. I don't know. And Abby Jean says, that's why I've been doing the DNF redos. Still, I'll look up trigger warnings to be safe. But yeah, continues Abby Jean, I don't rate my nostalgia reads on Goodreads because I love them for what they are, but most haven't held up to today's standards. Paige adds, I'm sorry the IUD had that effect on you. Glad you were able to fix that and revisit some of your DNFs. Oh, and T.S. Joyce and Lorianne Donner are indie authors, just FYI. Abby Jean says, thanks. Ina says, I am using sprints to do the yuck. I accomplished getting things picked up off the floor, vacuum, and currently in the process of organizing my gardening stuff. I also managed to somehow injure myself, and now my thumb is bleeding. Oh man, it never rains, but it pours. Oh, Ana, Abby Jean says, you're having a rough day. Proud of you getting some work done. Get that thumb cleaned up. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Abby Jean says, suck, I knew you were singing Bohemian Rhapsody. And then she's laughed crying. I'm guessing you knew that just because you could tell rather than because you were listening to the radio station. Ana says, Christina Dodd, Darkness Chosen series. I might have some of those. I'm not sure. There's a whole shelf of books I realized I thought I had cataloged, but I hadn't. And I had to get up off the floor because it was very painful down there. My back, my knee, it was just not great. And Paige adds, so sorry, Ana. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day for you. Yes, the Darkness Chosen series. Ana says, IUD equals not worth it. If it was not for cancer prevention, I'd have opted out. Oh, yeah. We had this whole mix up with my doctor's office because the doctor said that it would be 100% covered by insurance, but it wasn't. And they fixed it for me, but it was a lot more stress than I really needed at that time. Nicole says, I got one and love it, but I think after 4 kids, I was likely to have good results. Yes. Well, anyway, after they tried a couple of times and it just kept getting dislodged, I finally went in and had the operation, and I wish I could have done that when I was like 20 and gotten the whole thing over with. So, but of course, they're reluctant to do that to younger women. I actually am currently working on my paranormal shelf, among others. I just ended up bringing all my stuff in on a cart. I don't usually use my carts for books, but it's handy under circumstances under which you have a lot of books to catalog and you don't feel like sitting on the floor, because these were all from like lower shelves, and yeah, I was not happy down there. Ana says, mine causes me constant pain or discomfort, but every time I tell my OB, she told me it's normal, so I gave up. No, it's not. No, that's not normal. It's just not. Your OB is mistaken, or she doesn't believe you. I don't know, but it's not normal. I am cleaning Ana says, I am cleaning, starting the rearranging process. Abby Jean says, Ana, you should not be in constant pain. Get a new OB. Nicole says, yes, Ana, not normal. I agree with Sock and Abby Jean. Yeah, that's just no. No way, no how. Anyway, I do have on my paranormal shelves. I mean, this is a bunch of stuff that I just grabbed because it was, cheap or free at library sales. I do have, I think, one book by Sherilyn Kenyon. Ana says, easier said than done with state insurance. No one wants to take it. Yeah, that is a problem. Abby Jean's giving Ana the hearts. Yes, the hearts indeed. I don't know. You talk to your OB and explain that you want it out because cancer prevention versus depends on how high your risk is, I guess. Abby Jean says, did you get a lot done, Sock? Nicole says, heart and hugs for what it's worth. My prayers too. Ana says, I said mucking. Ugh. Okay. I cataloged a few books, but I spent a lot of time just like trying to get comfortable. And then when that didn't work, I wanted to, this cart that I have next to me usually has like cleaning supplies and things like that on it. So I had to kind of evacuate the stuff that was on there, and then so I could put the books on there. So that took a couple of minutes that I sending heart, sending you love your way, Ana. I am too. All the hugs for Ana. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, so yeah, I got some books done. I got, if you cast your minds back to my first live stream, the Romance Grab Bag, RIP, Romance Grab Bag, I got all of those cataloged because they are on their own shelf. I think if you watch the book tour, you'll have seen that they're on their own shelf because I'm keeping them together, except for the book by Eric Segal, which I got rid of, the book that I had a dupe of, which I got rid of, and Whippoorwill by Sharon Sala, which is on the shelf over there because that is the patron saint book of this little YouTube channel I got going on. Anus's previous message said a word that rhymed was much more blunt. Ducking. I hear you. My phone is messing with me right now, and it's really irritating me. Abby Jean says, I worked on my author audit project earlier, so during the sprint, I decided to start The Princess and the Grilled Cheese Sandwich, which is a YA sapphic graphic novel my husband picked up for me. Yay, Kevin. He's just gonna like sneak off and read it. Be like, I got this for you, honey. I have no interest in reading this book. And then he's like gonna sneak off and he's gonna be reading it going, oh, it's so beautiful. That's my imitation of Kevin. I think it's probably pretty accurate in that he also speaks English. Maybe he doesn't. Abby Jean says, love it. I've got Kevin's number. It's like, I got you this. It's totally and completely for you. I got it for you, Abby Jean. And Anna says, have to love book husbands. Mm-hmm. Yes. Book husbands. Or book spouses in general. Book polycules. That's why people would go into polyamorous relationships, more people to buy you more books. And if you're sharing household expenses, more money to buy books. Okay, so yes, I've got this. Oh my. Just looked at the first book on this pile, and it was Saucy. Yeah. Okay, so oh, Abby Jean has something to say. I had him pull from the TBR jar for me. He got pick one from my YA children's Goodreads shelf, and that's what he picked. Oh, he got it for you in that sense. He didn't buy it for you. Abby Jean says, "Smart sock. More people equals more books." Well, you got to pick the people correctly. Or maybe you get together with somebody who is intelligent and everything, but they don't necessarily read, but they love Netflix. So it's like you're like all that money that you're spending money on Netflix. It's not that expensive, and you're like all of that money you're like you can have Hulu too and stuff, but all the money you're not spending on books for yourself, you're going to be spending them on books for me. Paige says, Abby Jean says, "Nah, I borrowed it from the library." Paige retracted something. And Anna says, I am liking that book bath. Also, the more people you have, adults you have in the household, the more people are carrying like the emotional and physical labor of household management. So you have more time to read. Okay, so oh yeah, speaking of households, I had, although not in that sense. I filmed a video today. I don't think it's going to be up tomorrow. I think tomorrow is just going to be a quick library unhaul. But I filmed a video today, and that was my mom picked up a whole bunch of books from the library yesterday. And I filmed a video where I hauled her library books just to see what they were because I had no idea. So it was kind of like a mystery book bag. But I don't think that's going to be up until Sunday. I think tomorrow, like I said, is just going to be a quick library unhaul. So anyway, if you want to see what my mom reads, that'll be Sunday, I'm hoping. Yeah, I got a bunch of Gina Showalter books, but of course I'm buying these like at these library book sales, so they're in sort of miscellaneous order. I got a whole bunch of like second or third books from a series. Paige says, I have Dan pick books from my TBR jar too. He always picks the one with a hot guy on the cover and says they need to stop using my picture on the cover. Abby Jean's laughing. One day, Dan will sneak into your library with a whole stack of pictures of himself, shirtless, and a jar of rubber cement, and your covers will never be the same. Excuse me, I am very, very warm right now, so I'm taking off the robe. Oh, yeah. I did this in the hall, too, when I was crawling around on the floor. Man. So, yes. I got to have my mom pick my TBR at some point. Like, just have her go through. This is all asymmetrical, whatever. I'm a classy chick like that. Anyway, yes, I got to have my mom go through my books and just like pick my TBR for me, see what I end up with. Paige says, he said he was going to do that one day with all my discreet covers. Oh, he's going to replace them with himself looking handsome. And then he's going to take pictures of flowers and replace all your saucy covers with pictures of flowers. So your saucy covers will become discreet and your discreet covers will become saucy. Oh, I see. Paige says it's because he knows that you like that Paige likes the people on the covers. So he's like, yes, I will give you a person on the covers. Your very own sweet Babu. And Hana's like, Abby Jean says, yes, Paige, he's looking out for you. Yeah, he knows what you like. And you like people covers and you like that particular person. So, win win. Oh, very warm. Okay. Abby Jean says, I made a ridiculous March TBR. What's ridiculous about it? Like, you just put like everything on there, or it's like all kinds of different things? Paige says, he sure is. She laughs. So, Abby Jean, what's ridiculous about your March TBR? The like too many books on it, or a lot of books on it, or just like a lots of books? She says, I thought maybe it was like ridiculous because of the sheer variety of genres and subgenres. Uh, I am a mood reader, but in as much as I have a TBR, it's the books I currently have out from the library or what I'm planning to do my reading blogs and whatnot on. My word, I did end up with a lot of Gina Showalter. I have no idea where these are because I haven't cataloged them yet. I mean, I have no idea what series they're from or whatnot. And Paige wants to know what is on your March TBR. Well, like I said, me personally, I'm a mood reader. So the only thing I am absolutely committed to reading are some more first books in a series from Christine Feehan. And I also, like I said, I have the first book from the Black Dagger Brotherhood out as well. So, and something by Karen Marie Moning that's the first book in a series. So that's part of my dive in or drop out. And Abby Jean says 6 eyeball books and 10 audio. Yeah, I mean, I do have a whole bunch of stuff. I have mostly, I think pretty much everything I have out from the library right now is fiction, but my mom has a nonfiction book out that, like, when I went through them this morning and filmed my video, one of her nonfiction books looked like something I'd be interested in reading. So there is that. So do we want to do another sprint? Oh, Abby Jean, are you going to post your TBR on Discord or something? Or are you going to tell us what it is? Or Abby Jean says, I've got 2 books from 12 Recs from 12 Friends, The Duke Who Didn't, which I am halfway through and really enjoying, and Vampires of El Norte. I will say, personally, I do not especially care for Vampires of El Norte, but I might have just been in a bad mood. That'll happen. Yeah. You know when I'm like this, like I'm wearing this like my slip dress with the leopard print and everything, I feel like I should be smoking a cigarette in a black cigarette holder, like Mrs. Dubček, the landlady from Third Rock from the Sun. I'm Mrs. Dubček, the land. I think that was her name, the landlady from Third Rock from the Sun. And Paige says, I'm currently reading Foxglove by Adlyn Grace and should finish it today. I'm kind of torn on whether is that a duology or are there more books coming or another book coming? Because I was going to read Belladonna and then I found out that there was another book coming and I was like, well, maybe I'll wait until more of it is completed. So I don't know. Is that the end of it or is there going to be more? I don't know. And Abby Jean says, sure, I'll post it in the Discord. Okay, do we want to have another 30-minute sprint? Paige says, it's a trilogy with a novella coming out later this year. But the third book hasn't come out yet. I thought it was Belladonna, Foxglove, and then a novella, and then the concluding novel. Or Nicole says, yes, 30 minutes sounds perfect to clear out some grading. Yes, you get to judge those children. Okay. So I will post the radio station link again. Abby Jane says she wants to read Belladonna. Paige says the trilogy is done. Wisteria is the third book, and it was out last year, I think. Oh, okay. I was thinking that. Okay. Nicole says, LOL, partial credit whenever possible. I'm on their side. Okay, there's the radio station link, and it is 3:25 p.m., so we're going until 3:55 p.m. Do I at least get partial credit? Okay. 3:55 p.m. It's time to come back. I was doing so good, and now I'm hot again. I mean, warm. I mean, I feel warm. I feel hot. Abby Jean, I meant when I said break, I meant a break from the spritz. So I have not opened it. Yeah, I meant break from the spritz. It was unclear. Even as I was typing it, I was like, will she know what I mean or not or what? I think I'm almost done with all the books in the Heartfelt Hallway. I was just doing this one called The Fetch. I don't know if Laura Whitcomb is trying to make fetch happen or what. Abby Jean says, fetch. Trying to make fetch happen. It's one of those floppy paperbacks. I went downstairs. That's so fetch, says Paige. Say, when was this published? 2009. I think Mean Girls had already come out by then, hadn't it? Yep, Mean Girls came out in 2004, so they knew better and they did it anyway. Oh. So how's everybody doing? Ana, I hope you did not suffer any ill effects or harm or injury during that sprint. Now, I had to go downstairs because Abby Jean was like, you should look outside. And I'm like, nothing's really changed. It hasn't started raining. And then I realized something. So I went downstairs and there was a package for me. Woohoo! Paige says, finished up some work items. Almost done for the day. And it's only like what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon where you are? Or is it 2? Anyway, there was a package on the porch, which I believe is from Miss Abby Jean herself. So, should we find out what is in this package? Because at least one of us knows. Anyway, while I was down there, I picked up some chips. Open it! Yay! Says Nicole Carter. Open it! Open it! Open it! Well, supposedly I could have torn at the perforation. But have you seen these weak little chicken wings I got going on? That was not. Ooh, it's a box. It's a box. What's in the box? What's in the box? 1 o'clock, says Paige. Yes, open it. So I opened the package and now there's a box. I like the size of this box. It's almost like it would fit on my head. It's a very sturdy box. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It is, in fact, something that would fit on my head. Beautifully packaged. I'm struggling. Okay, I will say this about that. It is a wearable item. Should I try it on? I said, should I try it on? Or, yes, of course. The suspense, lol. Over the weekend, I sold my soul to The Rock. So now I'm a heel again. Oh, yes, don't leave us in suspense, says Paige. I'm heel now. Sold my soul to The Rock. I don't actually follow pro wrestling, but I know those who do. They said it was very exciting. This is what we have here. Abby Jean says, there it is, so beautiful. Paige, you inspired me to spring for the tiara. Nicole also gave me a tiara, which is really lovely, and I haven't worn it for a while. I did manage to wear it for one video, and then the next time I wore it, I leaned forward and it fell off my head and broke. It's okay. It can be fixed. I just haven't fixed it yet. One of the stones fell out. It just needs to be put back in and fixed into place, but I haven't done it yet. Oh my gosh. Nicole says it's incredible. I got to take it off for a second though, because it's a little tight. So I need to stretch it out a little. Okay. It's a little tight on the old noggin. Abby Jean, and let's see. It is incredible, says Nicole. Paige says it's so beautiful. Good pick, Abby Jean. Yes, it is. And Abby Jean wants to know if it came with a note. Yes, it did. It came with a whole bunch of different papers in it. Oh, just the two. Should I read it out loud? You can take it off if it's uncomfortable, of course, says Abby Jean. Well, it's okay for now. I stretched it out a little bit. Go for it, LOL. For this, I recommend reading The Scattered Bones by Nicole Scarano on Kindle Unlimited. I just finished it and loved it. Or just choose any one of the books I have read that interests you the most. Enjoy, from Abby Jean. Thank you, Abby Jean. I was also, wait. There's like this piece of hair that is, there we go. I also, while I was cataloging the books, I ran across this book in my collection of uncatalogued books, The Sea Witch by Katie Robert, which I believe is a like a Little Mermaid deal. Abby Jean says, conveniently, sorry, minor spoiler, The Scattered Bones has an under the sea element, so it works, LOL. I also have the Letter to the Luminous Deep, which I think is based on the cover. Anyway, I have this, which I was just, it's handy because I brought it in here to catalog it. Once upon a time, I met a man and he stole my heart. In my desperation to reunite with him, I have nowhere to turn but the Sea Witch. Urza is as beautiful as she is dangerous, and the one person my father warned me never to trust. But she's all crimson lips and sweet lies that hint at deeper truths beneath the surface, and I'm convinced despite my fear. It's a simple enough plan, if not for the faint of heart, an auction to sell the one thing I possess of any value, myself. The money will free Alaric, and then we can finally be together. Except nothing is simple at all. Urza is playing at games I can only begin to comprehend, and Alaric, the man I thought I loved, might be just as much a villain as the woman I can't help but be drawn to. When playing in the darkest depths of love and lust, it will be everything I can do not to drown. So, and I think this was, yeah, Wicked Villains, Volume 5. But there's also, let me see. Abby Jean says, I quite like the Wicked Villains series, especially Desperate Measures, Learn My Lesson, and Queen Takes Rose. I found this at a library sale, and I don't know that unless it's on Kindle Unlimited, I'm not sure I can get the others. I take it they don't actually have to be read in order. Now let me just go to bookmark. What is the book? Scattered Bones. Ooh, it's a dark fantasy romance. I will love you until I am nothing but dust, and even then, I'll still love you. When a mysterious man known only as the Stranger promises to return Cade to her, Selah is tasked with finding each one of her love's scattered bones, his severed body hidden in the darkest corners of the realm. The quest is an impossible task, yet she must make the dangerous journey alone, using only her faith and fight. But the tests at hand are brutal, their battles not easily won. But Selah does not care how treacherous the challenges are. She'll do whatever it takes because it was her fault Cade was punished. Promised to the primordial goddess as a child, it was Selah's sacred duty to remain pure and untouched. To be chosen as the goddess' vessel was the highest honor, one Selah devoted her life to until the handsome thief Cade broke into the temple. He obliterated her world, rewriting her future, and despite her vows, she couldn't resist the beautiful longing that ignited between them. Their forbidden friendship bloomed into a doomed romance, sending her and her beloved thief down a dark path of heartbreak, unspeakable danger, and a love that even death could conquer. Not even death could conquer. Reverse Orpheus and Eurydice meets Lord of the Rings female-driven video game style quest vibes. Okay. So yeah, that's Abby Jean says, wow, I quite like the Wicked Villains. Okay. Wow, this starts with a bang and it does not let up. I would call this a romantic fantasy horror. It's a poetic exploration of grief and desperation. Beautiful and creative. Abby Jean says, LOL. That was my Goodreads review. Nice. Looking forward to it. It doesn't look like it's terribly long. It's only like 278 pages or something. So I shall do a vlog. Abby Jean says, nope, and it's a standalone. Can't see. Why do I try to do things without my reading glasses? It's always pointless. Nope, and it's a standalone. Rarity for romantasy. I know. I have all of these Gina Showalter books that I picked up at library sales, and it turns out, like, I don't know, half of them are the middle books from like 6 different series or something. I did actually manage to coincidentally pick up like the first book of a series. But anyway, yes, I'm just like staring into the monitor, admiring my beautiful tiara. You know what? This will make a great tree topper for my summer tree. Or my nautical tree, which might be the same thing. I haven't decided yet. Ana says, I am listening, promise, but I'm procrastinating doing dishes by moving furniture. Okay. And Ana says, I have some Cat Martins in my Pango cart. Abby Jean says, oh, Paige says, sounds really good. I'm adding it to my list as well, Abby Jean. Abby Jean says, hope you both enjoy it. It sounds pretty cool. Like I said, and this would make a great topper for when I do the summer tree and or the nautical tree, which I haven't decided if they're just going to both be the same thing or if I'm going to do that. It's a little early to be worried about that. So it seems like moving furniture so that you don't have to do dishes seems like you're trading a low effort task for a high effort task. However, it is also exactly the kind of thing I would do. So I have no room to speak, none whatsoever. It's a one chip at a time mukbang. I'm almost done with the heartfelt hallway in terms of cataloging. Do we want to do another 30-minute sprint, or are people thinking it's time to call it a day, or what are we thinking? Anna says, I can sum it up into words, my brain. Yeah, like I said, I mean, this sounds exactly like the kind of thing I would do. So I'm not sure why I was giving you grief about it. Uh, so anyway, like I was asking, do we want to do another sprint, or do people want to call it off for the day, or how are we feeling? Anna says, I'm up for whatever. It has begun to snow, so my internet is iffy. Oh yeah, I meant to warn you guys earlier, like when I started, about 15 minutes before the sprints, we had a brownout. Like the power went out for about 2 or 3 minutes, just long enough for the generator to turn on. And then it came right back. And I meant to warn you in case I got knocked off. And then I kept forgetting to do that. And I didn't get knocked off, at least not so far. Paige says we can do another sprint if everyone's up for it. Nicole says I'm still working either way. Would love to company. I assume you mean would love to have some company. Okay, let's do another sprint. And I actually have a video clip to record. So I'm going to start us off. Let's see, what time is it? Okay, we're going to go until 4:45 Eastern. Ah, okay. And here is the link for the river. And I'm going to mute and start the Okay. It's time to come back. Put down the Switch and acknowledge that you do not live in a time in which the Nintendo Switch exists. And just come on back. Come on back. It's gotten darker. Okay, well, I'm brighter. It's not quite as dark as I thought. Extreme close-up. Okay, that's better. So, did everybody get the things done? Paige says, that would take me out of the story real quick unless it involved time travel. This was in reference to Abby Jean talking about how, okay, this graphic novel is cute. Everything is named after a type of cheese, but it's supposed to take place in Regency and is extremely anachronistic. That's not something that normally bothers me, but I'm talking so far as one character is literally playing on a Nintendo Switch. I know they are trying to appeal to a younger audience, but it just doesn't make sense, LOL. And that's when Paige said that it would take her out of the story real quick unless it involved time travel. Nicole says, I'm cleaning up grade books before spring break, almost done with ELA grading. Okay. I don't know what ELA is. It's been a while since I was in that age group. Abby Jean says, nope, some sort of alternate universe, I guess. LOL. It would have to be, wouldn't it? English language arts. Okay. We just called them language arts. We didn't specify that it was English. It was just sort of assumed back in my day. Well, I recorded a clip for my dive in or drop out vlog and got my books that I had been working on during the last sprints back out into the heartfelt hallway and just generally tidying up. Paige says, finished with work, so now I get to relax. I kind of want to finish putting my stuff away. I have a busy day tomorrow. I have my meds management person at 8:30. That's just a Zoom call for 15 minutes or thereabouts. So I don't have to go driving all over creation, except I do, because there's a book for me to pick up over in Cheshire at the Cheshire Public Library. Oh, comments? Abby Jean says, nice page. Abby Jean says, thanks for the sprint sock. You're welcome. Yeah, and I probably am going to wait until tomorrow morning to record my library unhaul, which I'm going to post tomorrow, supposedly, because I might finish another book tonight. I don't know. So then, like I said, I'm driving over to Cheshire, which is probably going to take me a half hour, 45 minutes to get over there, but it's a very pretty drive. So, and yeah. So I think we're just about winding up here. Paige says, thanks, Abby Jean. I started at 6 o'clock this morning, so I am done. Yeah, nice. Plus, it's not the end of the month, so you don't have any big rush on, one hopes. Okay, well, thank you all for coming along, and thank you, Abby Jean, for the tiara, and thank you, Paige, for the book recs, and thank you, Ana and Nicole, for being yourselves. We appreciate it all, or at least I do. I don't know why I'm pretending I speak for people. Anyway, you are all appreciated. And I think I am going to finish tidying up and probably just, oh, I need to take some pictures for Instagram before I return those books tomorrow. Phooey. Don't feel like doing that. Have a great evening, everyone, says Nicole. Yes, indeed. Have a great evening, late afternoon. Have a great night, ladies. Bye. Thanks for the sprints today. Bye, everyone. Bye. And I will see you. Well, I'll probably see some of you here and there in Bee's live streams. And I will be back here next week at 2 p.m. for more midweek motivation. Bye.